Welcome to South Africa. It's Afternoon Express and it's our cook-along today. It's my favorite day of the week, definitely, where you get to enjoy making dinner along with us live on air from the comfort of your own home. Everyone loves a good lasagna. Say amen. It's a perfect winter warmer, but who has the time and all the dishes to prepare one properly? Once a week or one night a week.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, right? And I hate washing dishes. Nobody hates washing dishes like I do. Well, today we're showing you how easy it is to prepare this Italian classic using one pot. Chef Clem joins us in the kitchen along with guest chefs Sue and Alan. How are you, darling?
Doing good. Always my favorite day to be here too.
Right?
Right.
I love this winter warmer we're making.
And it's really easy. I kind of want to dub this the ultimate cheat cook-along. Because there's so many hacks and cheats that we have in this. And today's the day, we really want viewers to call us with questions that they have. Any kitchen question, let us know. We're making the time for them today.
Yeah.
Give us a call, but this is a great one. Yes, and you're right. Everything's made in one pot, but the flavor is phenomenal.
It's banging.
It's crazy.
Cool. Super easy to follow. So even if you've never made a lasagna in your life before, after today, you'll be a pro. To get this simple recipe and the shopping list sent directly to your smartphone, simply SMS the keyword EAT to 33650. Those SMSs cost R1.50 each, and obviously no free SMSs apply. To follow an Italian delicacy, we must of course finish it off with an Italian dessert. And joining us later for an Afternoon Express exclusive, we have the world-renowned dessert master, Chef Rory Macdonald, joining us all the way from New York. He owns the Patisserie Chanson in Manhattan, and he'll be showing us how to make a Coco Affogato Delight. For that recipe, simply SMS the keyword treat to 33650. SMSs are also R1.50 each, and no free SMSs apply. We are streaming live on YouTube right now. It's great quality. Take a look. Plus, you can call us at any point during the show with your questions, with your comments, with your tips, or you just want to chat on 021-430-9881. So let's get this party started. Let's kick off the show with today's special celebrity guest for something a little different that we've never done on Afternoon Express before. She'll be introducing herself to us with a live performance up front. She's one of the funniest comedians in Mzansi, Audience Choice winner at the 2015 Comics Choice Awards. It's Khanyisa Bunu.
I've just landed in Cape Town. I don't like aeroplanes. I really don't. You know why I hate them? The first time I boarded a plane, I was told that I was going to fly. Only to find out only the plane is going to fly. I was seated there doing nothing, like, no, man, when am I flying? I grew up in a township. In a township, we use taxis. I love taxis because you don't book a taxi. You stand next to the road. But for a plane, you have to go and book, and they'll tell you that it's full. No, man, in a taxi, if it's a 15-seater, then they say it's full. Say, driver, please, can they just shift? But on a plane, you can't even beg these people. Come on, I know it's full, but can't they just shift for me? I hate aeroplanes as well because, you know, when you're traveling, like if I travel from Joburg on a taxi, I can see that I'm really going to Cape Town because on my way to Cape Town, I can see taxis that are returning from Cape Town. But on a plane, you don't see other planes like, why are we the only ones? No, I don't like aeroplanes. And what I hate about aeroplanes the most is that in a taxi, you can start a conversation with a complete stranger. You can sit there, as it's moving around Sea Point, you see a car wash, you say to the stranger, you know what, the day I buy a car, I'll take you to that car wash. On a plane, all you see are clouds. You're like, what can I say about these clouds? And you think that it would be easy for me because I used to be a geography teacher. You'd think that it's easy for me to say, you see, I see a cumulus cloud, a cumulonimbus cloud. No, people on the plane are very serious. I remember I tried it once. There was this guy next to me, like, sorry, sir, I wanted to tell him about the clouds. And then the look he gave me, I'm like, oh, sorry, no, I wanted to let you know that I like that cloud. Thank you.
Come on over. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you.
Thank you for that riveting intro. So how was your flight here?
Oh, it was nice. One of the nicest flights. You know, sometimes there are those turbulences. I panic. But today, it was fine.
Wow, I can't believe you were actually mentioning different clouds' names. I still don't know the different clouds' names. Whenever I was in geography, that's the one subject I used to just zone out of. But you were a teacher for like 8 years.
Yes.
What was it like being a teacher compared to what you do now?
It was just one. You know, it did not have those challenges.
Yeah.
You know, with comedy, you have to prepare because you see a different audience tomorrow. But in teaching the same learners every day, it becomes, Yeah, it's not challenging.
Yeah, were you a tough teacher or were you sweet?
I was just in the middle.
In the middle.
Wanted to play it safe, not be too soft, not be too tough, just be in the middle.
So it mustn't, like, I mean, transitioning from teaching to comedy is quite a leap. I'd say.
It is.
I mean, did you find you were funny in the classroom? And somebody told me you always knew you were funny.
Yes, I always knew I was funny because I used to share jokes with my friends, my family, my colleagues. I didn't share much with students, but I did share jokes.
Yeah, because our Funbak try.
Yeah, because if you start sharing jokes now, you'll never teach for the whole day. More jokes, ma'am. No. I have to keep it straight to the point.
So you transitioned from teaching to comedy. What was your plan when you left? Did you know that, okay, I'm leaving teaching because I want to be a comedian? Or were you like, I actually just need a career change and I'll figure it out as I go along?
I really did not know what I was going to do. You know, I was at that point where I wanted to leave. So I just left not knowing what I was going to do. But fortunately, I quit in 2008, April. And then 2008, November, I saw an ad for a reality TV show called So You Think You're Funny. So I decided to go and audition there. That's where I proved myself that I can do this comedy thing.
Yeah. And weren't the people in your life and your community or just people around you just going, what are you doing? You can't just quit your job and then...
Definitely. I don't know much about the community, but I know that my family was worried. But I told them that I can go and do comedy. I'm not going to bend my certificates. If it does not work, I'll go back and look for a job and start teaching again. Yeah. So that's the only assurance I gave them. But I knew that I was not going to go back.
I used to love So You Think You're Funny. And I remember seeing you as a contestant on that show. And I think in the same season, Tats was in the same season as well, Tats and Gonzo. What was that experience like?
Oh, it was nerve-wracking. I always say, for me, it was good to go there because I did not know that after the show, in fact, during the show, I would perform for a live audience. I don't think I would have gone to the competition. To me, it was just a competition, we're competing. And then the day came when they were told that now we're going to invite the audience. I was like, yo, because I was nervous right through that competition.
Yeah, yeah. When it comes to comedy, what is the importance of being yourself?
Yeah, it is very important because once you start to imitate other people, then you're going to lose yourself in the first place. And at the same time, you're not going to be able to deliver things the way you would have delivered them if you had decided to remain yourself.
A lot of comedians have been accused of stealing jokes or copying jokes. And I've always wanted to ask a comedian this. Isn't it that sometimes you're not intentionally wanting to steal or take a joke? It's just there's so much in your subconscious that you've listened to maybe perhaps over the years, or we perhaps just find the same thing funny and we just end up telling the same joke?
Yeah, because we watch the same...
How easy is it really?
It's very tricky.
Yeah.
Because we watch the same TV. We're in the same country. We see the same.
Inspired by the same comedians.
Yes, we see so many people. Like we are led by the same president. We see whatever is going right or wrong.
Yes.
You know, it's so difficult to really say that your material is unique. Absolutely. Because someone has seen. But what I like is that when you start delivering it, we interpret it differently. We could have the same joke about Cape Town, but we deliver it differently. Right. But sometimes I think you can tell sometimes, but this joke, no, it's been stolen. This is my joke. It happens sometimes, yes. Yeah.
Now, you were the first woman to win a Choice Gong at the Comic Choice Awards. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
How did that feel?
Wow.
What an honor.
Yo. It was also one of those nerve-wracking moments because I knew that I had campaigned a lot for people to vote. But when I actually won it, I was shocked, actually.
It's a beautiful pic. You cut your dreads.
Yes.
After how long?
After I kept them for about 8 years, I think. Wow. And then I removed them.
Wow. You also got an opportunity to open for Trevor Noah recently.
That one, don't even go there.
Yeah?
That was very, I think...
surreal. Were you feeling like this isn't happening?
And I used to sit like days before the show and think about how I will feel when I actually meet Trevor. Yes. I was more excited about meeting him than actually...
What was it like meeting him?
It was nice. He's very cool. He's one of those... I've always admired him. I've always idolized him because of his clean, smart comedy.
It's very smart.
Yes.
Very smart
comedy. I was very fortunate to actually get an opportunity to even travel with him from Cape Town to Durban.
And apparently you weren't on just a normal flight, you were on a private
Yes,
jet.
yeah, you don't even go there. It was so nice. Yeah, ne?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's so much more to come for you.
There's so much. I hope so. I hope so.
Well, there's definitely more to come in the loft for you because you're going to cook for us. Are you a big cook?
No.
No.
I'm a dwarf in the kitchen.
Somehow I find that hard to believe. So Khanyisa has told us that her skills in the kitchen don't quite match up to her skills behind a microphone. But after the break, she gets her first masterclass as we kick off the Afternoon Express cook-along. Let us know on social media if you were hosting a cook-along with Khanyisa Bunu, who would you invite? It's at Afternoon Chat on Twitter. Use our hashtag Afternoon Express or pop over to our Facebook page and leave us a post. Now, for any young creatives out there, listen up. If you think you have what it takes to be one of the design duos, each decorating an apartment in Powder Flare in Somerset West for season 5 of Winner Home, then head over to winnerhome.tv for application details. And who knows, you could be part of this year's winning design duo who each stand a chance of winning 100,000 Rand. We'll be right back.
What the fridge? Shut the front door. Winner Home is back.
Yes! The 5th season of Winner Home is looking for contestant design duos.
And this year it's happening in the glorious Cape.
If you think you have what it takes to serve up some design razzle and dazzle,
And have the eye for details?
then apply now to be one of the design duos, each decorating an apartment in Somerset West.
Competing for the title of Best Design Duo and stand the chance of winning the cash prize worth
100,000 Rand!
Season 5 of Winner Home is looking for 3 design duos who will decorate 3 penthouse apartments on the Powder Flare Lifestyle Estate in Somerset West, developed by Baldwin Properties.
For details of how to apply, go to winnerhome.tv.
This is your opportunity to make a name for yourself in the South African interior design industry and make the stage yours.
Apply now to be a design contestant duo on winnerhome.tv.
Coming soon to SABC3.
The stage is yours!
Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. It's our cook along today. Now become a whiz in the kitchen with the simple, easy to prepare lasagna. SMS the keyword EAT to 33650 for the recipe and shopping list. SMSs are charged at R1.50 each and no free SMSs apply. Okay, so it's about to get crazy in here, right? I see some amazing ingredients. Take me through the ingredients.
All right, so the hack for the first part is that we're not using mince. We're using fricadelles.
I love fricadelles.
Because it's already seasoned. The job's done for you, which is really, really great. And I like little portion sizes, so if it's just you and Bay, you'll just have 6. I lie, you'll just have the whole thing anyway.
six on my own.
Okay, yes, that's what I said, I'm lying. Just have 6 for yourself and 6 for Bay, it's fine.
For me? What about me?
Same. How many would you have?
I need about 8.
8 of these. Sorted. Done. Hey, it's high protein. I'm for it.
It is high protein.
I'm for it. So, okay, but first things first. You see, you're not really comfortable in the kitchen. This is not your zone. But we're gonna put you to work today.
Sure.
So I'm gonna need you to start browning off some. I've got some pancetta over here. Sure. And you can add it to the pan already for me. It's already chopped up nicely. It comes already chopped up. And adding it to the pot, and it's cold. Very, very important.
So are you telling me you never cook for yourself?
No, I do cook.
But you just do a bad job. You wouldn't. So you wouldn't invite me over
No.
Because you'd be really embarrassed.
I'll just buy some takeaways and tell you that I've cooked.
Hey, it's fine. That's okay. You can put it in.
That's okay too. I mean, that's fine,
okay.
right? Yeah.
Absolutely. So let me put your heat on for you. So the reason we always start off in a cold pan. So you know when we're cooking steak, we always add it to a hot pan because we want to seal it, right?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
I always cook my steak like that.
Yes. So you think about that. You're sealing the meat, locking in all the juices. But you don't want that with the bacon or the pancetta. You want to render out that fat. So you start it in a cold pan, and then the bacon relaxes.
There's so many cooking rules. Like,
you know what?
The more time I spend in this kitchen, the more I realize like there's so many things I do wrong, except for a steak. Obviously, except for throw stuff into a blender and make a smoothie. There's a lot of stuff I do wrong. Like, I always heat the oil with my bacon.
But you know what happens, right? The outside of your bacon ends up being crispy and the inside's still like full of fat. There we go. Just keep it cold.
What's
keep it
wrong
cold.
with a little bit of fat?
You know, but you know what? There is no wrong way to do something in the kitchen. It's about having fun.
Yeah, it is about it. It is. And you're not going to add any oil to this.
Now, we're going to let that magic happen.
Oil.
And while that's busy happening, I can see steam coming off. I can see it beginning to look a little shiny, which means that fat's being rendered out. Sue's already got the onions.
I've chopped some onion already, yeah.
Okay.
And also, you were saying about throwing things in a blender. If you don't want to do this job, you can see I get all teary. My eyes are, and I'm in the kitchen a lot, super sensitive to onions. If you've got a little food processor at home, halve your onions, chuck it in again, you'll end up saving time, which makes it really easy. It gets rid of this as well.
Right.
Or get people to come over to your house. You know when your friends say, do you need any help in the
go,
kitchen?
chop the onions.
But you always go like, no. This is where you go, yes, give them like 10 onions. You don't need 10, but get them to chop it up. And you know, you can actually bulk freeze onions. So then put them into little containers. But you haven't even done the work.
I know.
So pick the friends you like the least.
I know.
It sounds terrible.
I love all my friends. What kind of friends are you guys keeping?
Guys, jokes. We're talking jokes in the shower.
Are you?
I'm never going to visit you.
You're never going to visit me?
No.
I'm actually a good cook. You know what? I cook really, really well, although I do make mistakes. You'll never know that I made a mistake because I make a mean lasagna, actually.
Yeah, we've spoken about this.
Yeah.
So I think, no, totally. So this is kind of like, you know, and you would know then, lasagna takes a very long time to make, right? You got to make that bolognese, you got to make that cheese sauce. It takes a very long time. This one, you're going to get the same flavors, like in a quarter of the time. Wow. So in for the meatballs, we can actually just break them up. I want to have some texture, don't make it into mince. So like one meatball into quarters, so it's like nice texture. Okay. You can start with that one for me, Salah. That's all you can add it to your bacon because I'm seeing there's enough bacon fat in there already. Get it in there. So
you want me to break it?
Yeah, I'll help you. So
okay,
we're just gonna break it up.
Says like you want me to what? Hands dirty. Are you a bit confused today?
No, I'm not. I'm here to learn. I'm gonna cook this when I get home.
Yes.
And I think, but you were saying fat is good, and I'm just thinking about it, watching them break up the ready-made meatballs.
Yeah.
What's really nice about this is you've got a great ratio of meat to fat, so they're a little bit fattier. Sometimes if you buy a pack of mince, there's not enough fat, less flavor. So these are almost the perfect ratio. Again, you're just going to have. We were saying it's quick, but levels of flavor. So that's why the meatballs are also good.
To go to, absolutely.
We all look, Clem and I are looking at each other to be like, the more fat, the better.
It is, especially with this one. Yeah, cool. In we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
The
happening.
more fat, the better, as long as there's a lot of vegetables.
Okay, well, you know what? We're going to make a salad. We'll make a salad.
Make a salad.
The curveball came in, and that's the best I can do. We'll make a salad.
I've got fresh herbs.
Yes, very important. So we were talking about this off air, and people don't use enough herbs in their food.
Absolutely.
They don't.
They don't.
But it's also because herbs, I mean, herbs are so hard to just keep fresh in the fridge. Like, I buy like a whole bunch of herbs, and if I don't happen to cook dishes that week that require all those herbs, then they go off.
Well, we were again
And then people grow
off air.
fresh herbs,
Yeah.
which is also nice and cute and or like super mom-like.
Yeah.
But then like I'm never home to water them. It's just such a
Do you know what works? Do you know what works really well? Is if we take your fresh herbs, put them into an ice cube maker with a little bit of water and top them up. Freeze those as well, and you've got your herbs frozen fresh. So you use it.
What?
Yes.
Where have you been my whole
That's
life?
another hack. That's a special hack for
Where
today.
have
We
you
are
been?
just hacking.
Did you hear
We're
that?
hacking today.
I hope you
Yes.
guys heard that hack, because anyone who loves herbs out there, that is an incredible hack. So you put them in the ice.
In your little ice tray, top it up with water, and
freeze
into the
them.
freezer. And as you need to add to your meal, so if you've done this a couple of days ago, you just pop in your little block.
Have you ever?
It's amazing.
Wow, okay. That's amazing.
That as well.
Okay. And guys, if you have any hacks out there that you can share with us on how to keep your herbs fresh, or how to make sure you have an endless supply of chopped onion, or how you make your lasagna, do call us, please. That number, again, if somebody can remind me, it's 021 430-9881.
I got so desperate, I was almost going to give you my cell phone number. I was going to be like, just call me on my cell phone, it's okay.
No, Clem, no.
No.
Thank you to that little bird in the sky for that phone number.
All right. So, I was going to say the one thing about the mince, when it hits the pan, right? Let it cook like a steak.
Oh yeah, leave it.
Leave it.
You always say this. You
Always.
say this.
Because
Leave
people
it, let it
don't
fry.
like mince because I feel like they just don't cook it properly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mince, you treat it like a steak, keep it nice and chunky, into a nice pan. We've turned up the heat now. Let it get that crust. That's where the flavor is.
Yeah.
You lose so much flavor when you just boil the mince. That's why people end up adding like chicken stock or beef stock to it. But if you're cooking your mince properly, you're gonna get that beefy flavor already. This is a mixture of lamb and beef in the meatballs, by the way.
Yummy.
With some like Malay spices in there. So it's gonna be a kind of like a few. I don't like fusion food, but it's gonna be.
It's a fusion of flavor, more so than fusion food.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
So
Are you a bit of a purist?
you know what? Sometimes I think it borders a line of fusion turns into confusion, and then it's just like this weird thing that you're eating.
sure.
No, I don't know.
What's your favorite food to eat?
What is it? Stew.
Stew. Any stew?
and-
Lamb, beef,
Yes,
any.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know if you come over to my place, I'll make you a great lamb stew.
Lamb, yes.
Okay, good.
So just
Okay.
checking,
All
we're
right.
starting to get some
Color on
color
it.
at the bottom, and then we can move them around.
Yeah.
Move them around a little bit.
Okay.
What are you adding?
Should I
The
go
onion
ahead
for
with
that
you?
one?
Yeah.
So I want to get it nice and dark, like nice and brown with that onion, and all the bit that's sticking at the bottom of the pan. That's good. You want
Is that
that.
good?
That's good.
stuff.
Because when you
all
add
the
the
flavor.
liquid into it, that's going to lift off
It's
the bottom
gonna
of the
lift
pan.
it.
And it's called deglazing. But we actually normally use a bit of wine in there.
Okay.
We don't have any wine today. We're just going to use water and actually the sauce that we're going to be
But
using.
just make sure what's lifting is not like burn, because sometimes if you burn your food and then you pour in the liquids, it just lifts up all that
All the
brown
burn.
stuff. And
I
you
mean,
just see
as
all that
chefs-
brown stuff floating.
And as chefs, so what happens if that happens, we just say, it's smoked. It's not burnt.
Oh,
And then they love it. They love it. So Bon, you winning there. I think
I
the
am winning.
onions,
Yeah.
onions can go
Can
in.
go in.
Let's add the onions, please.
So I'm going to pop these in on the side, and we'll start to stir that through.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we put the onions in when the meat is like halfway done.
Absolutely. You know, you can brown your meat, take it out and do your onions, but we wanting to save time with this. So
Okay.
and usually onions don't like to share the pan when they're getting brown, but in this case we've got enough time for them to cook through. So we're adding it at this point, and then
Okay.
I've got a healthy handful of thyme and rosemary,
Right.
which I think are just they're perfect with lamb and beef.
Yeah.
So those are really good herbs to
So
use.
do freeze-dried herbs render as much flavor?
I don't believe so. I believe you still get more flavor out of the fresh herbs.
Out of the fresh
Or what happens is that freeze-dried herbs actually do deliver more potent flavor, but it's not as subtle and as perfumed as fresh herbs are. So I'm not knocking freeze-dried herbs at all, because I would sometimes use dried rosemary and fresh rosemary in a dish, because there's different flavors that you actually get from this dish. What herb wouldn't you add to this, by the way?
What would I not add to that?
I wouldn't add sage to this.
It was funny, I was going to say sage, but I love sage so much that I think if I say that, I feel like I'm cheating on it, because it's such a beautiful herb to use. But I probably wouldn't use sage with that. I mean, you could add basil. You could add basil. Right? I mean, typical Italian flavors of basil would be really, really great. I wouldn't add dill. Definitely wouldn't add dill. There we go.
There we go, dill.
There we go, dill. I was like, there must be one.
I generally just don't add dill to anything.
But if you're making fish...
Dill is that dull cousin for me.
Dill's that dull cousin. Okay, done.
Dull.
Now the terminology of the kitchen, I don't know. I am shy.
And I mean, something that
but, but I support whatever you're saying. I'm with you guys.
I'm listening. I'm taking it all in. But I'm looking at your... did you roast that garlic, Clem?
We roasted the garlic.
I know you, yeah.
This is about 3 cloves of... I lied. It's about 5 cloves of garlic that we roasted. And then we just mash it all together. That's going to get stirred in.
That is music to my taste buds.
Yeah.
Should I stir?
Give it a good stir.
You can stir. Give it a good stir.
So let me tell you what we've got so far. So the fricadelles have been added to the pot with the rendered fat from the bacon. Onions gone in, herbs gone in. The garlic is in there now. I want to get a little more crustiness happening there before we pour in the sauce. And I'm going to do that when we come back.
When we come back after the break. You heard it.
When we're back.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, in the kitchen today, we're showing you how easy and simple it is to cook yourself a lasagna. SMS the keyword EAT to 33650 for the recipe and the shopping list. SMSs are, of course, R1.50 each, and no free SMSs apply, unfortunately. Okay, so this is smelling so good.
It's smelling insane.
Are you loving the smell?
Yes, I am.
I see you're warming yourself up to eat this. You're just like preparing yourself for this dish.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Okay.
That's for you. If you can season our dishes, one thing we
You
haven't...
want me to eat it?
I mean, you could. So the meatballs are already seasoned. They've got some salt and pepper in there already. Okay. But I need a little more now because we've added some other ingredients to it. So if you can give it a nice sprinkle, that salt and pepper mix already. And then to that, we're going to add our sauce. So like...
Is that enough?
That's perfect. That's perfect. Sure. Traditionally, we would use tin tomatoes. I prefer tin tomatoes over fresh tomatoes for the sauce. It's just a lot more flavor in the tin tomatoes. Or we would have used passata, which is an uncooked tomato sauce. But today we're going with a sun-dried tomato sauce already.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's flavor in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of flavor in that sauce. I love that sauce.
It's good.
We've got a caller on the line, Salwa. Hi, Salwa. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
We're very well, thank you. What's your question or comments?
Just have a quick question. I don't eat pork, so I just wanted to ask Chef, what could be used as a good substitute instead of the bacon?
All right, absolutely.
Thank you so much for your question.
So, what I like about this dish is you don't need to, all these little elements we're adding, they're totally optional. You can totally swap them out to other things. So we're using beef and we're using a lamb meatball.
Lamb.
You can have chicken for that. And if you wanted to add a bit of the smoky flavor, I really like the flavor of smoked chicken.
Smoked chicken.
So I would do like chicken meatballs with a little bit of that smoked chicken rasher in there, and you'll get that nice smoky flavor. So that's what I would definitely do, Salwa. Smoked chicken all the way. Or take it out completely, add smoked paprika.
Smoked paprika.
Smoked paprika.
Okay. And if you want to give it a bit of kick, some cayenne.
Hey,
Are we going to throw in some cayenne into here? Some cayenne pepper?
Do you want to add some heat?
Yeah. Some,
Okay,
I
how about-
love heat in any dish.
All right, we will add it in
down
a
for
little bit, totally. All right,
Okay.
cool. So we've added
So where
our,
we at with the recipe?
all right,
So
added our beautiful tomato sauce to it, but
Okay.
we're actually going to pop the lasagna sheets into the pot as well. And for that reason...
into the pot.
Into the pot. And for that reason, we need a little extra moisture because our sheets are going to end up absorbing all the moisture.
Okay.
So this is for you.
I'm a really healthy girl, right? But I love it when the oil floats on top of the stew. Oh, it is delectable.
It's happening. It's happening.
It's irresistible.
Absolutely.
All right. So you can just pop
Okay.
these into the sauce and then you're going to start cooking.
What is this now?
These are lasagna sheets. And I think it's pretty cool.
Want me to
'cause
spread them over here?
you can break it. That's what I like about this because you can actually just snap it
Okay.
to fit the pot.
I don't like breaking.
There we go.
I also don't like breaking.
Okay. Ash.
That's going in. And then we're going to bury it in that sauce a
Are
little
you
bit.
going to bury it?
Yeah, so that it's going to absorb all that liquid.
Hey,
This is
hey,
also,
Clem, you're coming with things, eh?
today is the day. We're just hacking everywhere. Also, we're experiencing a drought right now, right?
Yeah.
Normally you use a lot of water to cook your pasta. A great tip is to make a nice sauce, add a little extra water to it, and add your dry spaghetti, penne, rigatoni. Add it straight into the pot.
Yep.
Let it cook in that sauce.
Actually, just going to increase the flavor in the lasagna
Exactly,
itself. So
all of it.
if you cook your lasagna too far in the beginning and then you add a sauce, the sauce is not what gets absorbed into it. So this is a really good way of almost ensuring that there's not one bit of flavor missing from any part of this dish, which is, it's smelling so good in this
Evenly
kitchen.
distributed.
It's good.
You want it evenly distributed. Okay, perfect.
Right. So before we do the topping on this guy, let's chat about that because Bonnie wanted vegetables. Let's talk about the salad.
We
What
need
have you got?
vegetables. We need some greens.
So I know you want to,
Oh,
can I
yes,
check this
guys.
at you?
Avocado.
So I'm seeing a lot of people like, okay, Bonnie's smiling. When you buy Avo, right, you got to have love for your fellow man, okay?
Yeah,
That
you've
means
gotta
when
be
you buy your Avo, don't be like squeezing every Avo.
Okay, guys, let's be honest. Let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest. Everybody squeezes the Avos in the shop. You go up to at least 3 packs of Avos and you squeeze them and then you squeeze them and then when you find the right consistency, you're like, that's the one I'll have. I always take one I've squeezed,
Okay.
but I realize that other
very
people
kind.
have to buy. It's very kind of me, very considerate. But I realize that other people still have to buy the other ones that I've squeezed. And I'm sorry to the whole South Africa for squeezing all your Avos.
And then it's got all the little black spots. Guys, that was Bonnie. That was Bonnie.
That was me. That was me.
All right.
But okay, how do you
All right.
tell? How can you tell?
First of
then?
all, if you're gonna squeeze, don't squeeze at the bottom, okay? You squeeze on the top and you just two fingers.
little bit.
Just
Just
feel it.
two
feel it.
fingers.
Want to feel that for me? There's a little bit of give. A little bit of give.
You've also been squeezing the Avos. Can't be
I
honest.
can see because you can.
You've been squeezing them, hey?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, you've
All
been
right.
squeezing them.
Am I right?
Yeah, okay.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Then, but I don't even do that. I mean, that's worst case scenario if you feel like you have to do it. Another way to do it is look at the pip. The pip's still in.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
If it comes out really easily and it's brown, you don't
too
buy
far.
it. It's done. It's overripe. If it doesn't come out properly and it's still in there, it means that it is not ripe yet. So the trick is this guy came out nice and easily, and you really have to look in there. It has to be like yellow and green, and then you know it's good.
So should I go to the shop and remove all the top pips from the Avos? Should I do that rather?
You gently give it a nudge.
Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying, you gently give it a nudge. If it doesn't come out, don't buy it. If it comes out really easily like that, and it's nice and green
then
and yellow,
pull it
you
out.
put that in your basket and you don't squeeze anything
else.
You don't squeeze anything. All right, and then
okay. No more squeezing.
No more squeezing.
Stop it.
Stop it.
And then also very simple, and this I've seen a lot of chefs. This is the simplest thing in the world, but chefs still get it wrong. Okay, you go through the skin first, and then you start at the one. Always start at the tip.
Okay.
That way you're not going to end up being offset when you come around the other end. Work your way around, let the knife meet where your first cutting point was, and then you twist it, right?
And then you twist.
And then look at this avo.
Bonnie wasn't at that store, hey?
No, Bonnie was not. Yeah.
She was not.
I've still got 3 avos I'm working through in my fridge.
Okay. All right.
Next week I'll be shopping for more avos.
You know, and we're actually quite lucky because I took a risk right now. Because if I opened this thing and it was all black inside, and my theory would have been blown.
Your theory we would have had to have gone to an ad break.
I would have run down to Willie to get it done. And then, okay. Beautiful, beautiful green flesh, right?
Okay.
And then simple, just give it a nice whack. Actually, you want to do this for me? I want you to do this for me. Just so you can hold this right like that. Tap the knife into the pip.
Just whack it a bit. Just a
like a little harder.
harder.
And then you twist it. And then it's done. Pull it out. Done. There we go. So there's a whole lot of theories about if you want to keep your avo like greener for longer.
Yes.
Put the pip back in and then clean it up and put it into the fridge. I don't know.
I've got an avo holder.
You don't. First
do.
you vandalize the avos, right? And then you're going to get it.
I've got an avo holder. It's like a green little plastic, like little thing.
Keep it fresh machine.
And then it's got a hole for the pips if you want to keep the pip in. And then once you've used your avo, you'd use the other half. And then you take the other half and you put it into the hole and you clip it over. It's like a little avo purse.
Wow. I like it. I like it.
So
We're going to Bonnie's house.
You love my kitchen.
We're going to
Anyone
Bonnie's
who comes
house.
to my kitchen
First
would
you
love
abuse the avos and then you keep them safe.
Yeah, it's like,
You're confusing the avos.
Luma Polisa. It's Luma Polisa, you know?
Okay.
Okay, cool. What's happening with our recipe?
All right, so that's going to go into the oven. Cheese is going to go on top. Pop it into the oven just to get it a little crusty. The lasagna's done. So hands on that salad, and we're almost done with the salad.
I'm going to add some cheese to the mix before I do at the top, so it just adds again, because we like it even more, what's the right word? Decadent?
There we go.
Decadent. So a bit of ricotta, a bit of parmesan, we'll stir that through. If you guys can give that a quick little stir.
While we give that a go, let's take a look at this.
Beef lasagna to creamy macaroni and cheese, Clover the Whistling Chef's high-quality, ready-to-eat meals are made using trusted Clover cheese, milk and cream. It's SA's favorite home-cooked recipes, now prepared and conveniently packed with a variety to choose from. Added to that, Africa's first vac-seal technology ensures they're kept fresher for longer for the whole family to enjoy. The Whistling Chef. Heat, whistle, eat, sing. It's as simple as that. Made with love by Clover.
Now, if you simply do not have the time to cook up a delicious lasagna from scratch, like we did in our cook-along or doing today, then whistle up the Whistling Chef meals by Clover come to your rescue. The different varieties include beef lasagna, spaghetti bolognese, cottage pie, creamy Alfredo, and macaroni and cheese. You simply have to heat, whistle, eat and sing. Speaking of whistling, you can stand a chance to win a tasty Whistling Chef hamper. All you have to do is send us a video clip of you mimicking this Whistling Chef tune as best as you can. To get you in the mood, we thought we'd put our guests to the test. Can you whistle well? Oh, wow. Nothing comes out, I just go.
But what's really cool about this one is if you can't whistle, it doesn't exclude you. You could actually get the soundtrack and just like lip sync over it. You're doing it. You know, yeah. So as like they lost it.
Lost me. That felt like dead air for a second. So head over to our Facebook page, listen to the tune, okay, and then comment on our Whistling Chef post with your video clip of you whistling as close to the tune as possible. T's and C's apply, and the competition ends this Friday on the 27th of July. So go to Facebook, Afternoon Express, and you can also tweet your clip to us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag The Whistling Chef Challenge.
From beef lasagna to creamy macaroni and cheese, Clover the Whistling Chef's high-quality, ready-to-eat meals are made using trusted Clover cheese, milk and cream. It's SA's favorite home-cooked recipes, now prepared and conveniently packed with a variety to choose from. Added to that, Africa's first vac seal technology ensures they're kept fresher for longer for the whole family to enjoy. The Whistling Chef. Heat, whistle, eat, sing. It's as simple as that. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, chocolate, coffee, cake, and ice cream. These are all the things you'll ever need in life. And today we're combining it all into one delectable dessert. And to help us put it all together is all the way from New York, the executive chef and creator of patisserie and dessert bar chanson in Manhattan. Chef Rory Macdonald has worked in some of the world's top kitchens, earning multiple Michelin stars, including 2 at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant at the London Hotel. Chef, where do we begin? Welcome to the loft.
Okay, well, thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, awesome.
So today we're going to make an avocado inspired dessert. So anyone who doesn't know what avocado is, it's a very classic Italian dessert. Normally it's vanilla ice cream and then you pour espresso over it and that's it. So today we're making it a little bit more elaborate, but you can definitely make this at home. So we're going to start heating this. This is milk and cream and some liquid sugar. So we're going to bring that to a boil. But while that's...
What do you mean by liquid sugar?
So similar to, I don't know, it might be called something different here, but we call it trimoline.
Okay.
Similar to corn syrup.
All right,
Syrup, so similar to that. Okay. And that just helps the ganache stop setting too hard, so it's not like rock solid. So the base of the avocado, this is a gluten-free sponge. So it's... A lot of people are very
that it's gluten-free.
A lot of people are very conscious about that nowadays. So this sponge, the recipe I believe is online, but this has white yolks, almond flour, and a little bit of gluten-free. Almond flour is the main source. A little bit of gluten-free flour.
Okay.
So it's a really nice option if someone has a gluten allergy. So this is going to be the base. So we're going to cut out a couple of rings. It's very soft.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't have this shape at home, no problem. You can do any shape you want.
Okay.
So you can just cut it out. But what we're going to do is going to make this ganache here. We'll turn this up a little bit. And then we're going to pour it over top, and then we're going to let it set.
Right.
So that's the stage
So
we're
what
at.
kind of stuff do you serve at your patisserie and dessert bar in Manhattan?
So in Manhattan we have it's 2 floors. So the top floor is a European style patisserie.
Okay.
So think normal croissants, pain au chocolat, and then small cakes, chocolate bonbons, macaroons, breads. Downstairs is a little different. Downstairs is a 6-course dessert tasting menu.
Ooh.
So 6 desserts. That's it. However, what we really try and do is not make them too sweet. So it's actually a meal. It's not just 6 desserts. It's actually an experience.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So how far are we with our ganache?
So this is just coming to a boil because it's going to boil up. When it's ready, we're going to pour it on top of the chocolate. And this is going to be our bowl. Ready?
Okay. And what chocolate are we using?
We're using a 64% dark chocolate.
Okay.
Again, you could use a milk. If you wanted to use milk, you could use something a little lower. Me personally, I like it a high percentage because I like the bitterness because it kind of helps count out the sweetness of the dessert.
Yes.
So that's just coming to a boil.
Okay.
So in here it's just the milk, cream, and the liquid sugar. Very simple.
And obviously all the measurements are on the recipe on our website.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. So you're keeping this there, and I'm assuming we're gonna pour this in there if we wanted to maintain that shape.
Yes, but again, don't let the shape put you off. If you don't want to do the shape if it's too much, you can do it square. You can just do it.
Yeah.
You don't need to cut the middle out. You can just keep it round. So you see this is boiling now. So we're going to turn this off.
What got you so excited about desserts? And pastries and just sweet things? Clem!
I had to be here. I had to get involved with
Were
this.
you missing the action?
It's looking so good. So I'm also seeing something at the corner of the table. What is that? Is that a coffee siphon?
This is a coffee siphon, yeah. We're going to turn it on. I'm going to blend this, and then we're going to turn this on.
So tell you what.
So you see this is now nice and smooth.
All right, perfect. So Chef, can I do this for you while you start the coffee?
Absolutely.
Let's do that.
So this is a coffee siphon. If you haven't seen this before, this is nice because it's very quick.
Make a mistake here. Ooh, I'm pushing the wrong button. Oh, we're good. It's also nice and made.
Okay.
Let's turn on.
I've always wondered how these work.
There we go. So basically we have the heat underneath.
And that's basically how we're going to brew our coffee.
We're going to brew coffee.
That's
we're
amazing.
going to pour that in at the end, so it's very quick. So basically what it's going to do is it creates a vacuum. The water's going to go up to the top. We're going to add the coffee. The reason we do that is that vacuum really brings out all the flavours of the coffee.
Oh, wow.
It's also nice and quick, so you're not waiting around too much.
Yeah, it is nice and quick.
Great.
It's quite fancy.
So, can I just skip forward because I really want to see how we put this together, else we are not eating today. This is actually the one with the ganache that we poured into that ring mold.
So we're going to take this.
Oh my word, that's so beautiful.
It is, yeah, it looks amazing.
So we're going to take this middle one.
Oh my goodness.
So that ganache we just made, we would have poured it on top, and then we let it set in the fridge for a couple of hours, then it's ready to cut out.
So Affogato's got ice cream in normally.
Normally here we're doing a lemon and thyme ice cream.
Right,
so a little twist on that normally. What I'm adding here, these are.
Did you say lemon and thyme?
Lemon and thyme, yeah.
Wow.
So again, we want to keep it light, not too heavy. Be careful with the sweetness, and that's a nice.
That is so beautiful.
So these are crystallized coffee beans. So what we do here is
crystallized coffee beans.
That is decadent. That's crazy.
We take raw coffee beans, we roast them slightly, and then we add them to sugar syrup, cook them in sugar syrup. We let it cool down, and then we beat them. We crush them up, and that's it. It's a really nice snack, very healthy.
Okay. So how's our coffee doing? We're gonna go.
Coffee, yeah, it's coming. Let's crack it up.
Do we add the coffee grains to it now?
No, I'm gonna let the water go on the top.
Water goes on top, and then
I'm gonna add the grains, leave it for 20 seconds, turn the heat off. It's gonna go back down. The coffee's ready. So we're gonna take some of this.
Guess what I'm getting for Christmas?
Yeah.
That beautiful coffee.
This is beautiful.
Amazing.
This is beautiful. It would make a great gift, actually.
Are you kind of hinting that you'll buy it for me?
No, I might buy it for Bear.
I'll become friends with Bear and we'll just share it.
He's a coffee connoisseur.
Okay, so this is a little bit of a.
So what got you interested in desserts? Why do you love desserts so much?
There's two reasons. I have a very sweet tooth, so that's the main one. But also, desserts is a real discipline. You know, if you follow the rules, you get the same result. And I like that. You know, I like being disciplined, and I think it's a good technique.
You like having a plan, and you like knowing how it's going to turn out and how it's supposed to look.
I'm a little I'm a little OCD, but I think that's okay.
But most pastry chefs are, aren't they?
I think they are, yeah.
Absolutely.
What is that?
So this is what we call a microwave sponge. So we actually use this, again, the recipe's online, we use this siphon gum, and it's a similar recipe to here, but rather than bake it straight in the oven, we put it into this gum. We add some gas to it, shake it up. We put it into a cup, and then we microwave it. And what you get is this really light and fluffy texture. So it's nice to have two textures of sponge. You know, this one's still light but a little heavier. This one is really light.
Wow, I can see why you're crazy about this.
So chef, we've got to plate up real quick. We're running out of time for this one. So what's the next step for us?
So we're going to have a little bit of flowers.
Are those edible flowers?
These are edible flowers,
yeah. Yummy, I love edible flowers.
You can get them at most flea markets nowadays.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah. It's got an abstract picture you're creating there. Not a typical dessert look. Huh?
No,
personally, I don't like stuff too symmetrical. I like it to be a little abstract.
Yeah.
So you see here, the water's coming up.
We're going to add our coffee.
Turn this off.
Okay. So we add our coffee, we make our beautiful cup of coffee, and then there's lemon and thyme ice cream that it's going to get served with, right?
Correct. Okay. So you see this is just brewing. Now this is going to go back down into the base.
Okay,
so while we wait for that, I can scoop this ice cream.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for joining us today while you scoop our ice cream. How long's your stay in South Africa? How much more time do you have?
I have about another week, so very happy to be here.
Okay,
having a great time.
So you're going to be making lots of dessert for many different types of people.
Absolutely.
While you're here.
Yeah. So I'm actually collaborating with a luxury patisserie here in Seaport. So I'm here for a few more days.
That was so. Did you see how he did that? He just did that so easy. Just carved it out so gently. Okay.
So I'm just going to take this off.
So our coffee is almost ready. Oh, this is quite a contraption. I love it, Clem.
It's crazy.
I think
I'm getting one.
This is my next thing. This is my next.
So then we pour this into here, and your coffee's ready.
Wow.
What an amazing affogato. That's crazy to finish off our Italian dish.
So to finish this, we just pour a little bit.
Oh, pouring it on top.
Right in the middle.
Oh, my word. That's crazy.
And that's the reason why we have the sponge on the base, so the sponge soaks up all the coffee, and then you can eat it all.
And here I thought we were serving a cup of coffee with it. To get the recipe and link for this delectable dessert sent directly to your phone, SMS the keyword treat to 33650. SMSs will cost you R150 each, and no free SMSs apply.
150?
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Our dinner is ready and it's about to be served and it looks absolutely amazing.
I'll put the salad near you.
Thank you, thank you. I'll have the salad and you guys can keep that. But it looks delicious. What do you think, Khanyisa?
Yeah, I think I'm hungry. I'm starving. That's what I'm thinking.
Let me
You think
dish
you're
for
hungry
you.
now?
Your way.
Okay.
Oh, this cheese.
Oh,
So
man.
cheesy.
It looks amazing. So you added some ricotta. For those of you who didn't see, we added some ricotta after the parmesan, right?
Yeah, and a little bit of mozzarella. Oh, you're hanging because, we're filling plates.
I was like, oh, okay, that's...
Oh, but this does look insane. It's crazy.
Wow.
This avo looks absolutely amazing and it's very well behaved, avo.
I can't believe I cooked this.
You did it? You did it?
Amazing.
Yeah.
So the reason I made one before the time is because it's very important when you make a lasagna to let it sit before you cut into it, because you want those layers.
Yeah.
You want those layers.
You want those layers,
Yeah.
right? Don't you hate it when people, when you serve a salad with avo, and then by the time the salad's gotten to you, all the avo's gone? That's like my pet hate.
Have you eaten
anyway.
it, Bunny? Is that
Have you done this?
It's just I love avo. Join us again tomorrow when we chat to renowned actor Yonda Thomas, who rose to fame as a top 5 finalist in the SABC 1 reality competition Class Act in 2010. We believe in reality competitions because that's how you got your big break, right?
Yeah, bo.
So does our lasagna get a big break with you?
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's nice.
You love it. You love it. Chef Alan, thank you so much for joining
Always
us
a
today.
pleasure.
And Clem, as usual, you're a star. Thank you so much to you at home for joining us. Join us same time, same place tomorrow. Good night, happy eating, and God bless.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.